summertime in Budapest. There is a slight risk of rain, but it's hot and it's sunny, and we await with great expectation the 2019 Formula One World Championship Hungarian Grand Prix. For the 31st time, we'll race around the Hungaroring, and it should be an absolute cracker with the first-time pole sitter Max Verstappen heading up the field. Can Lewis Hamilton notch up a 7th Hungaroring win? All the ingredients are there. Let's see how it unfolds. It's lights out and away we go. Verstappen this time around does get an excellent start, and Hamilton too. Already on the tail of his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Bottas coming back at Verstappen. 3 abreast with the 2 Ferraris behind. Bottas looks up his brakes. Verstappen on the inside into the lead. Hamilton gets squeezed down a bit. Sebastian Vettel might lose out as well as he goes wheel to wheel with the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. Verstappen leads from Bottas, who looks up again. Hamilton is trying round the outside of his teammate and might squeeze through on the inside now into second place, and he does.
Verstappen will be cheering inside that car. The 2 Mercedes squabbling played beautifully into his hands. He leads the Grand Prix.
Valtteri Bottas is now coming in. So he said on the team radio a few moments ago that it was drivable, but he's been losing time, about 2.5 seconds a lap to the front runners here. Mercedes have obviously been practicing front wing change, and it's a lot calmer than it was this time last week at Hockenheim, but it's still stationary for a lot longer than Valtteri Bottas would have wanted. He's on the hard compound tyre now, which can go to the end of this race, and he'll come out onto the racetrack plumb last. With still a lot of work to do, but obviously those ahead of him have to pit, and he'll make some gains elsewhere. Danny Kvyat's going to try again down the inside. He telegraphed that move on the last lap. Albon saw it coming, and Kvyat took advantage. The switcheroo has taken place. Albon just ahead now, going into turn 2. Kvyat, though, forcing his teammate the long way around the outside. This is great racing from the 2 Toro Rossos, neither giving an inch here. Kvyat and Albon continuing out of turn 3, all the way up to turn 4. Nobody's giving an inch, and eventually Alex Albon is forced out wide. That was super racing there, and brilliant control from Danny Kvyat to take 12th place ahead of Alex Albon. They were millimetres away from each other, but that was superb. So now this is going to be down to the crew once again to try and put in another world record pit stop, and to try and get that man out as quick as possible, because Leclerc is the big threat here.
Okay, Lewis, it's hammer time.
Good stop.
2.6 seconds. Lewis Hamilton has stopped and is away, as you can see, from his pit stop, but it cost him 4 seconds of stationary time. It looked from the naked eye a little bit longer than you would normally expect. Lando Norris goes wheel to wheel with Kevin Magnussen around the outside of turn 1, and he kept his foot in there, and Kevin Magnussen gave him just about enough room and certainly enough respect, and Norris made his way up into 9th place and ahead of the Haas.
I think he made a mistake. I think Verstappen made a mistake in there somewhere.
Well, it's his former teammate Daniel Ricciardo. I get the feeling that he's getting affected by the turbulent wake of that Renault ahead of him. So Hamilton, once more, right on the tail of that Red Bull and trying to hang on to the Red Bull around that corner. Ricciardo is about to be lapped, and Hamilton is gaining now on Verstappen. He's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. He manages to get round Ricciardo. Goes a long way round turn 1. Verstappen just about holds on, but now Hamilton is much closer as they head towards turn 2. Leader and second place, almost wheel to wheel through that corner. Hamilton is trying absolutely everything. Verstappen is defending for his life, but he is still under threat, and this time Hamilton goes round the outside in turn 4, goes off the track in doing so. Verstappen keeps his place out in front.
Hamilton knew he'd have to give that place back, so he eased out of it. And because Verstappen was so tight through turn 3, such an acute angle, Hamilton just had him wherever he wanted him in terms of position on the track. But then he just got a bit too ambitious up into turn 4.
Once again, Max Verstappen through the middle sector in the lead, ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who's dropped back a little bit on this lap. But once again, there is a back marker that's about to be lapped, and it's Kevin Magnussen this time around, which might help out Hamilton. That's Hamilton going wide, and he did have to give that place back. He always knew he'd have to give that place back, but that's a bold attempt, isn't it, to go round at turn 4. Lewis Hamilton is pitting. Now here's interesting. So Mercedes taking a bit of a gamble here with Lewis Hamilton. I mentioned the tyres. Would they be able to survive till the end of the race? They're going to put the medium on Lewis Hamilton as well, send him back out into this race and say, right, go catch Max Verstappen.
Has that caught Red Bull out? Has that caught them napping?
I don't know how much tyres will be left at the end.
It doesn't matter, Lewis, just give it everything.
Striking distance in 6 laps, that gives us 2 laps where Hamilton might be able to go for it. But when you're a driver and you can see the leader in front, knowing that you've chased him down for a long time, how much extra boost does that give you?
I think it gives you a lot of satisfaction and a lot of motivation.
Tyres are dead. Max Verstappen just on the radio. Tyres are dead.
Tyres are dead.
Copy.
And there is confirmation then that Max Verstappen is not happy. 41 laps ago, Max Verstappen put those tyres on. That's why he's struggling for grip. Hamilton, much fresher tyres, and now with a bang to the crowd and a packed Budapest, Hamilton chases down the main straight, pulls out to the right-hand side and makes his way round the long way and into the lead. Hamilton passes Verstappen. Mercedes strategy has got it right, and on lap 67, Hamilton, from being second, might now just think about a 7th Hungarian Grand Prix win.
There we go. Verstappen can do nothing more than go to the inside and make his rival go the long way round.
Well, he did his best, but such was the pace advantage. Hamilton pulled out there, the right-hand side of your screen as you can see him. Load of brake dust as he broke just a touch later than he has been. And that's huge disappointment for Max Verstappen. But Hamilton has driven a brilliant charging race. This is to get Max Verstappen in, change his tyres, so I think he finishes the race as well. He's saying the tyre's dead, I can't finish this race. Out he goes, back in to the lead. He should get the fastest lap on those soft compound tyres. There goes Vettel. Leclerc thought about defending aggressively. Vettel forces Leclerc a little bit wide there, and there was nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Sebastian Vettel surges past his teammate and up into the podium places, and he could see where Leclerc was trying to defend. Leclerc defended just a little bit too late there. By the time he moved over to the right, the other Ferrari was alongside him. And he rounds the final corner now for a magnificent 7th win at the Hungarian ring. It is victory for Lewis Hamilton. He wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen started on pole, gets the fastest lap, and probably a bigger cheer from the Orange Army here to roar him on. Whether that is disappointment or not, we'll only find out in a few moments.
They rolled the dice and it worked for them, unfortunately, but you drove your heart out today, so well done.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, P2 is still good amount of points.
He says after a hot day in the cockpit, the champagne is much needed. For Max Verstappen, he would have wanted champagne as a race winner from pole for the first time, but it didn't go his way today. The Mercedes strategy team dropped the champagne, but they didn't drop the ball when it came to giving Lewis Hamilton the perfect chance to take victory. He heads off on the summer break now with a big advantage over his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Verstappen, though, has put himself in the championship hunt, and he's sure to come back for more when Formula One returns at the end of August.
A little strong.